We are on chapter 3, public, private and global enterprises. And in this chapter, yesterday I explained you what are the public enterprises and what are the private enterprises. Yesterday I showed it by the table through PPT that private organizations are owned, controlled, managed, operated by private sector or individual like sole proprietor partnership, joint stock company, HUF, and public enterprises are owned, controlled, managed, operated, decision financed by the government. I explained you yesterday about that. You can see yesterday's video also. So now today I am going to explain you types of public enterprises. And the first type of public enterprises was DU, departmental undertaking, which I explained you yesterday. That department is under some ministry, and I gave you various examples like Doordarshan, Akashvani, Railway, Post and Telegraph Department. All are under the control of some ministry, that was departmental undertaking, DU. Now come on statutory corporation. Today's topic SC. But in some books, it is written as PC. PC means public corporation. Tanishq, am I audible? So today we are going to discuss statutory corporation or public corporation, and I am going to show you through slide. See, public corporation generally created as an autonomous institution by passing a special act in the parliament or state legislature. See, if any government organization is created through the special act and in the parliament, it is public corporation. But in NCERT, it is given as statutory corporation. So my dear children, you should write both. Maybe statutory corporation or maybe public corporation. So these organizations are created as an autonomous institution by passing a special act in the parliament or state legislature. It is a body, corporate. It is a separate entity for legal purpose. It can sue and it can be sued. What does it mean? It is a separate entity. It has a legal entity, separate legal entity, existent. It can be sued and it can be sued. They can make a court case against anyone and anyone can make the court case against them. They can enter into the contract. Tanishq Malik, please note down. Tanishq Malik, please start to copy. They can enter into contract. Means they have power to make agreements. And they have power to acquire property in their own name. See, that is the basic difference between departmental undertaking and public corporation. Departmental undertaking works under the ministry, concerned ministry, but public corporation, or we can say statutory corporation, has separate entity. They are created by the special act in the parliament. Like RBI, Manan Sharma, please note down. Noel John, on your video, please. Better don't switch off your video. Chirag Vijay, note it down. So the basic thing which we can say for a statutory corporation is it is an autonomous institution. It is passed by the special act in the parliament. Parth Kachawar, note it down. Show me your copy, beta.
अभी तो रफ में लिख रहा हूँ.
So children, the next thing which we are moving towards next is public corporations example. Now I am giving you some hint that RBI means Reserve Bank of India, LIC means Life Insurance Corporation. Two example you can note down. RBI, Reserve Bank of India, Life Insurance Corporation, LIC. Now features of public corporation. First feature, it is formed by special act of Parliament or State Assembly. Like Life Insurance Corporation has Act 1956. So it is formed by a special act of Parliament. Then next point, ownership. Statutory corporations are owned by the government. Ownership is in the hands of the government, like RBI, Life Insurance Corporation. Under the control of government. Then separate legal existence. It has a separate legal entity that it can own properties. They can enter into contract in its own name. They have separate legal entity. They have their own properties. Like departmental undertaking don't have separate legal existence. They work under the guidance of ministry only. They can have their own property. They can enter into contract. They can make any agreement with anyone by their own name. No one will dare to interfere in their workings. Mac Bajaj. Note it down. So now, this is the difference between departmental undertaking and statutory corporation is that they have property in their own name. Now, financial autonomy. This is also the difference in departmental undertaking and statutory corporation. They have financial autonomy, means they can obtain fund through borrowings from treasury or public, from the sale of goods, by providing services, and even they have power to utilize their revenues. So, my dear children, public corporations have financial autonomy. It means they can use their funds, they can borrow from the government treasury, from the public, even they can sell the goods, they can earn by providing services like LIC. LIC is providing insurance services and they are earning by it, and they have the power to utilize their revenues. Means they, whatever they are earning, they will utilize that money. Then employees. Employees are appointed as per the terms and conditions of the corporations, and they are not to be treated as government servants. It means the employees of statutory corporations are appointed as per the terms and conditions of the organization, and they are not to be treated as government servants. Like employees of LIC are not government servants. They are servants of statutory corporation, public corporation. Then next, independent accounting and audit. See, my dear children, statutory corporation means public corporations have their own system of accounting and audit, but not subject to government audit and budget allocation. They are the part of public enterprises, but they have their own accounting and audit system, and that is not under the subject of government audit and budget allocation. See, this is also make the differentiate between these two. Departmental undertaking is audit and control by the government. Auditor appointed by the government, but here they have their own accounting and audit system. Now I will explain you again. See, public corporation, one by one, you can note down one by one the main things. It is created as an autonomous institution. Autonomous means what? Autonomous means more freedom. More freedom means they have their own powers, own system of working. They are freedom. They have freedom to take their decisions, to use their resources, to make their own rules. So they have more autonomy. Like departmental undertaking don't have any autonomy. They work according to the instructions of the ministry. But public corporations are autonomous institutions. They are passing by the special act in the parliament. Then it is a body corporate. It is a separate entity. It is for legal purpose. It can sue and can be sued. They can enter into the contract. They acquire property in their own name, like RBI and LIC, features. Yes. Statutory corporations are formed by special act, and this act should be passed in the parliament or state assembly. Otherwise, a statutory corporation cannot start working. First, they have to, that act should be passed through parliament or state assembly. Then ownership. See, ownership is under the control of government. Ownership means owned by the government. That's why they are public enterprises. Separate legal existence. They can have their own properties, like life insurance corporations have their own buildings. They can enter into contract in its own name. The life insurance corporation, yes, they are making their own agreements. Then financial autonomy, they have more freedom. Then departmental undertaking. Departmental undertaking is accountable to the government, but they have more autonomy, more freedom. They can sell goods and services, provide services, they can charge money from them, and they can use their revenue to expand their business. But the thing is, still that is public. Departmental undertaking and public corporation. The main thing which we can say is employees. In departmental undertaking like railways, they are government employees, but statutory corporations employees are not the government servants. Then they have their own independent accounting and audit system. Means they have their own system of accounting, of auditing. Okay, they are not according to the government audit and budget allocation. So I am sure today you must understood the topic statutory corporation. Another name of statutory corporation is public corporation, but in NCERT it is given clearly statutory corporation. So, my dear children, in chapter 3, we have basically 3 topics. Other topics removed by CBSE. So, first departmental undertaking, statutory corporation, and tomorrow we will start government company. Okay. If you have any doubt, you can ask.